So that's where SQL Server has come to, and the results for that are pretty solid. We're seeing now that as we go ahead and implement these systems and run benchmarks against these systems, we are getting some fantastic benchmark results. In fact, some industry-leading benchmark results with SQL Server. So the combination of an IA64 and SQL Server has now set, and we're announcing this morning, a world record TPCE number of 2,112 transactions per second. Pretty amazing result for SQL Server to set that world record. Now that is an overall performance record for TPCE, and it is a price performance record at the same time. So the combination of that just demonstrates the value proposition that SQL Server provides, together with this very high-end headroom for business transactional OLTP-based systems. We're also seeing some very stunning and powerful results for data warehousing with TPCH, where SQL Server is now setting the record TPCH number on Windows at 102,778 queries per hour. So that is a Windows-based record, but again, fantastic result and fantastic price performance. Another benchmark that we're announcing today is one for one of our own applications, Dynamics, where we're seeing really great results for very high-end data. In this case, it's a CRM Dynamics application. 20,000 users, simultaneous users, sub-second response time. Really, really great results. Again, demonstrating that SQL Server provides the capabilities that you need, of course, in an environment you're familiar with, and with the price performance that really cannot be matched anywhere else in the industry. And we're going to continue to drive these things forward to continue to produce these incredible results. So when I look around and I think about what is happening broadly, it is a time when there are a lot of changes happening in IT. And it's a time that has a substantive impact on the roles of data professionals within an organization. Some macro trends that are happening that impact us all as data professionals are the influx of people coming into the workforce with a different set of expectations. If you look at younger people who are entering the workforce, they're used to using Twitter and Facebook and communicating instead of social interactions. They're used to working with information, finding things on the web, and combining things to get the answers they need very quickly. Much more so than workers who've been in the industry for a while. And in this, that offers a tremendous opportunity for us as data professionals to empower those workers to do their jobs much more effectively than they do today, to give them tools, give them access to information that they can combine and bring together to solve business problems and to get the answers that they need. What you'll hear from Ted and throughout this conference is the work that Microsoft is doing across all of our products, Office, SharePoint, and SQL Server together, to unlock business data to that broad set of information workers that are able to and are capable of working with information and building solutions to do insight and analysis. And I think we have a set of tools that are very, very unique in terms of the accessibility they'll provide to enable this self-service for users. So it's a great opportunity for us as we think about our roles as data professionals and what we're trying to do. It isn't only about working within the IT department to solve the needs of the business applications that IT is creating. It's certainly still that, but it's also the ability to take and provide the data in a form that people within our organizations can all use it. So there's a huge opportunity. Simultaneously, what's happening is the move to very, very low-cost memory, whether it be solid-state flash or very large amounts of RAM inside servers and end computers, means that the ability to work with vast amounts of data and make that available on low-cost systems has been opened up in ways like never before. In fact, what we'll be doing is unlocking amazing capabilities on the average laptop that people are carrying around with them. And if you take a look at what can be done with a low-cost x86 server, it's pretty amazing what's about to happen as all of this memory becomes available, and also for many applications the ability for high-speed flash disks become available. What all of that means is that as a data professional, our roles begin to change. We are critical to the role of the business. We're at the center of the business, and in so many ways, computing, which is so broadly available at a low cost, is moving to where the data is. And the location and protection and maintenance of the data becomes a central role for organizations. While at the same time, there's this tension of wanting to control the data and ensure that the policies that are right for that are maintained. At the same time, what we want to do is empower our end users to work with that information. Our job is to help you by providing tools that help you to do these things. But the opportunities that this provides means that your role will expand over time in importance within the organization because of the fact that the data is so critical, and the ability to work with that data, both maintaining business policies and enabling new solutions, becomes all the more critical for organizations as we move forward. So lots and lots of great opportunities. And there are many things that are driving this change. I talked about the workers. I talked about how the new hardware is coming and the things that are making those sets of changes. But at the same token, we are also going through a shift, a paradigm shift in the way information is managed and business systems are managed overall. Now, one of the shifts that's driving this very much is virtualization, and the advent of virtualization being a technology that enables easier management of data centers and higher flexibility in terms of ensuring high availability and making sure that systems are able to run at the capacity and utilization that's appropriate for them. You know, we are on a journey as an industry. The whole industry is on a journey where we will see the evolution of the way applications are written transformed over the next set of years as new opportunities, new technologies open up new opportunities for applications to be created that scale to meet the needs of what the business organization has. And this journey is a set of steps. And the database is at the center of it, but an enabler that will help us along this path very much is virtualization. And we see a trend, of course, within organizations to virtualize many aspects of their data center. In many ways, the database is one of the last things to be virtualized. And yet, we are now reaching a point where, as we step forward, through virtualization, we can manage databases more effectively than we could before, and we can help to reduce our management costs somewhat through this process. So the other point that's very important is that as virtualization becomes standardized in the way business applications are run, the database very much is placed at the center of those business applications, because all of them, regardless of what virtual system they're running on, need to have consistent and coherent access to the information that's stored in the database. So we're on a journey with virtualization right now, and it's one that will help all of us as industry professionals to provide better service to our organizations. It's a key component of that. What I'd like to do now is show you a demo of some of the work that we're doing with virtualization in Windows Server and Hyper-V, and some of the impacts that will have on the database and the ability to virtualize the database. And so if I could invite Edwin up, Edwin, you to come up, and Edwin's going to join us to show us this demo. Edwin.